Welcome to DeKalb, Illinois, and home of the Northern Illinois Huskies, and we are looking forward to a sensational showdown that the fans have been ready for quite some time. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see the number 5 team in the country, the Bowling Green Falcons, squaring off with another team from the map, the Northern Illinois Huskies. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Falcons will put total leather and we'll get started. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. First down for this offense. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
You know, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. To the ground with the bat. He picks up maybe a couple before he stopped right at the 30-yard line. This is where you make the money on the drive. Ball at the 30, it's 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught over the middle. It's Edwards. And he couldn't quite get to the marker, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. So you didn't pick up the 1st down on the short game, but will the analytics sway them to go for it here on 4th down?
I think the analytics say go for it, Reese. Every single time, every situation now. It's only 1 yard to go, short yardage situation, man. I'm going to trust I can get that yard.
On 4th down, looking to pass. He saw just enough daylight to move the sticks and get it done with his legs.
Well, he does a really nice job buying time, and I love the awareness there, understanding no one's open downfield, knowing where the sticks are, and he's able to use his athleticism to get that 1st down.
Northern Illinois back to work after picking up the 1st down. Handoff to the single back. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
8-yard pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and short. Little touch pass to the receiver. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the 1st down.
Hard-earned yards, man. You got to get these 1st downs any way you can. And sometimes it's not going to be easy. You can't just do it conventionally, handing it off. This offense is going to have to be creative. Football's a game of inches, and you just got to find the angles to give yourself an advantage. That creative play call right there really helped them out.
From the gun, they'll try the middle. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get 1st downs, and ultimately get some points.
They'll leave it with him. Fighting off the defender. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you, I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Well, 3rd and short, I think the offense was probably expecting blitz. That's why they dialed up the screen, but it did not fool the defense. Great job defending the screen, setting up 4th.
This is the absolute right call. They're going for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Makes the catch. He's got enough. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on 4th down.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the 1st down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it, and now a fresh set of downs.
They make the stop, give him 3 yards on the carry. Ball's at the 24.
Now that's what you're trying to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up. Northern Illinois right back to the line. A 1st down run in the red zone. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. 2nd and goal coming up. Try to barge their way in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Northern Illinois. Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. That is what they mean when they say ball control, a 14-play touchdown drive. And they close the deal, pushing their way inches into the end zone. From inside the 10, here he comes. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. bunch formation, trying to confuse the secondary. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. First down here for the offense. Snap in the shotgun. And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it at the last minute.
Obviously, when you're playing in weather like this, the ball is very slippery and it's hard to catch. The QB threw a bullet that time, and his receiver just could not reel it in.
Wideouts all wadded up in a bunch. He's back to throw on second down. He's got his man. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
The quick passing game does several things. One, it doesn't let the pass rush get you. Those great defensive linemen, the ball's coming out so fast they can't get there. And then what else? It gets me ahead of the sticks. I don't have to worry about getting in long yardage and predictable situations.
And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. The critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there. When it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
Already down a score early. The last thing you want to do on your first drive is give it right back to them. So they'll go for it on fourth down. Wide open downfield. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the first down there.
Yeah, and you got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where it is too. Where is he trying to get? That ball's going to come out quick. He didn't really understand where the sticks were.
Lofts one high and deep. Oh, he dropped it, and what a missed opportunity early in this football game.
That's one of those plays where you're going, man, he probably could have made that. The defense wasn't great on the play, but guess what? It goes down as an incompletion. Those are one of those bullets.
Looking deep down the right side. And he's got it at the 10. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Bowling Green.
Sometimes it's players, not plays, or sometimes it's both. And when you got that guy and you put him in the slot and you let him burn for a go route right past a nickel corner or one of the reserve corners or a safety, that's a great job by the offense, and that speed you can't teach, and that's why he's in the house for 6.
And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Northern Illinois takes over as the offense heads to the field. That running game was impressive, taking them right down for a touchdown last time, David.
Yeah, just mauling. No secret play calls, just simply we are more physical than you, and we're pounding the football right at you.
So if you're on offense this next drive, take a look at their safeties and see if they're creeping up into the box. Because of your success running the football, this might be time to take a shot down the field and play action.
Here's the handoff. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run.
And a nice job by the offense picking up the blitz, understanding that extra guy was coming, and creating just a little bit of a hole for that running back to slither through and get some positive yards.
He'll throw on third down. Trying to get to it. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
And how about the defense getting home with the pass rush? Playing man coverage in the back end. You need to win up front. Those guys got to get to the quarterback. Do a great job rushing the passer. I can play man when I got a pass rush like that.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. They're throwing for it on 4th down. Finds his man and they convert. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the 4th down conversion, moving the chains easily. First down to start the drive after the break. Running back searching for a hole.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big game now, but down the road, 3rd, 4th quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. The run to the right. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. The defense trying to get a stop on 3rd down from the 44. From the gun, wants to pass. Grab near the marker, it's Thomas. At the 20, he's got space. Touchdown, Northern Illinois. And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
So it's a 77-yard touchdown drive, and they finish things off with a 44-yard touchdown pass. The kickoff team out there set to boot it away. On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Bowling Green has it back. The Falcon offense will go to work. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns. He's looking deep. Ball in the air, intercepted. Not much of a chance on the return, but they'll have the ball at the 33.
What a nice play by the DB there. When that rain starts coming down, the ball gets a little bit heavier. The quarterback throws the ball a little bit lighter. DBs can take advantage sometimes of some underthrown balls, go out and make some big plays.
Decent field position to start this drive from their own 33. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Just willed his way for a couple out to the 35.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. They put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create separation. They wrap running backs up, and usually they don't get out of the midst of those big boys.
He wants to pass it on 2nd down. Caught in the backfield, it's Thomas. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover and pick up the first. They've got it at the 41, 3rd and short, trying to keep the chains moving. To the ground to try to move the chains. Coming through that 3rd down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43.
Nice job by this offense converting the 3rd down. Listen, 3rd and short, they know you're going to run the football, and they still did a great job being physical. 3rd downs has been such a struggle for this offense. Bottom 50, one of the worst in college football. Nice job on that play.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver in different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
Quarterback checking off. He's looking for a man on 2nd down. Finds his tight end. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
On 3rd and short, they'll go to the power running game. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down.
You know, they pride themselves on being physical at the point of attack, dominating at the line of scrimmage. Nice job there picking up the first down.
The Huskies are on the move. He's going to pass. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
There's something you don't see very often. A sack on a screen pass. You know, quarterbacks are taught to hold the ball, and then get rid of it right before the rush gets to you. But that time, I think he just held on to it a little too long.
That last play, the kind of thing that can mess up a really good drive. It's 2nd and 17. He's looking to throw. Working that left side. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. They'll try to pound their way in. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. And the Huskies will hustle to the line. They're going to give him another chance on 2nd and goal. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown. Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. They're going to throw it to start the drive. With the catch, it's Io Manor. Makes the catch and he's brought down. We've made our way to the 2-minute warning, and now they'll try to at least cut a little something off of this lead before the break. Wants to throw on 2nd down. Makes the grab down the middle. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Gets it out quickly, and he runs through one tackle and picks up a few.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on 2nd down. They're going to throw it again. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this offense was going to try and get this receiver involved and get him involved early. So here they are just finding an easy completion. It's not a touchdown, but they just want to get this guy lathered up and get him into a run.
They'll throw it on 1st down. Going for it all. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
You know, it's a good decision by the QB because his intended target wasn't open, so throw it out of bounds, and you can live to play another day here on this drive.
Offense gets set for 2nd down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. This time he's got his man. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
And in this offense, you know, as a quarterback, you're going to get opportunities to put up some pretty big numbers. You've been impressed watching this guy play early this year. With that last pass completion, he's now already over 2,000 yards on the season.
This feels like 4-down territory, 3rd and short from the 40. Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. Quick pass on the fly motion. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Going up top on first down. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
Well, he did a good job getting to the middle of the field. That's where the offense wanted to attack on that play. He's just got to do a better job looking that football in.
Here comes the offense on 2nd down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. And they can't make the connection. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. They were on the move, but 2 straight incompletions have them staring at 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage, so everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
On 4th down, they're taking to the air. He makes the connection. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down.
That is a huge play early in this game. We came into this thing wondering just how aggressive this offense wanted to be, and there you go. First half, 4th and long. We're not bringing the punter out on the field. We've got a guy that we think can read the defense and deliver a strike, and we've got playmakers stretching the field vertically. They show you how dangerous they can be on that last 4th down there.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
Timeout, Bowling Green.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Looking for a crease to the left. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs. And the Falcons in the hurry-up. They'll run it on 1st and goal. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, BG.
You know, this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out, because he plays at such a high level, and he's shown it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Trying to find his man on 1st down. The freshman able to get home with the sack.
And that's now their third sack of the game. This is one of the best units in the entire country getting after the quarterback. They have done such a great job recruiting athletes up front and in their front seven. They can blitz, they can rush you with 4, with 3, but they've got dudes that can beat you one-on-one, and you're seeing that in this game.
That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Northern Illinois 20, Bowling Green 14.
The Huskies will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Bowling Green has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the first half.
I think they got to do a better job with pass rush. They might want to change their coverages as well, because they're probably at this point expecting this offense to have to keep throwing, considering they did have success in the first half.
Looking for a productive play on first down. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play.
Brings up second down.
Quarterback by himself in the backfield. Quarterback wants to throw on second down. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass. Locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, pass incomplete.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20. He's looking downfield to throw. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down.
Third and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, fourth down.
Slips through the line. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt.
Will take over first and 10.
The Northern Illinois offense ready to go back to work. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Quickly complete. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down.
Nice pitch and catch there from QB to wide receiver. Great job. An out route is all about timing. 1, 2, 3, boom. Break out, throw it to him right now. Great pitch, great catch.
He'll do it himself. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
I tell you what, as that ball starts to get towards the sideline when they're running these option plays, man, those outside players become more pivotal. My corners have to be able to tackle. My secondary is going to be much more involved in getting the quarterback to the ground. Nice job by the secondary, by this defense.
Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down.
And a great job by the offensive line. If you're going to run the ball right up the middle, you better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big game.
They're going to go right back to him on first down.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
They'll go to the ground. Keeps the legs moving. Really nice, patient job to find some running room by this junior.
Man, I just love physical backs that break tackles and get those extra yards and show that toughness, Palmer.
He's so hard to get on the ground, David. He plays with great pad level and also has phenomenal balance for a running back.
Northern Illinois back to work after picking up the first down. After the run, now to throw. Finds his big tight end. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Northern Illinois. Offense gets the job done again. You want to build that cushion as we get deeper into the second half.
Man, it makes it easy, doesn't it? You start getting up by a couple possessions, making the offense very predictable on the other side. Great job by the offense extending their lead.
Now the two-point conversion attempt is coming. He'll set up to throw. Zings it complete to the right. And they're able to make the tackle.
I'll tell you, it's tough to complete two-point conversions. Obviously, very small windows to throw into. Couldn't come away with that one. Let's see how that affects the outcome.
14.
He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. Offense will go to work. He's looking to throw it. Pulls it in. It's Kyle Manor. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too, but don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
The Falcons are stopped, but not before getting the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on first down. Dumps it to the back. And the shot to the middle of the field falls to the turf.
It's now 2nd down.
And the incompletion brings up a 2nd down. He's looking to throw. He lofts one down the sideline. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down.
Yeah, and I like the shot, the aggressive play down the field. And we like throwing those jump balls up to my receiver because usually the receiver makes the play and makes the defender look bad. Nice job by the defender getting a hand on it, tipping that ball away from the wide receiver.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Right down the middle. Oh, picked off. Would have loved to have gotten a big return out of that one, but they'll take it first down at the 40.
Well, we know these are slick conditions today in this game. Wide receiver just didn't seem to really get a good grasp on the ball when it hit his hands. Didn't stick right away. There's a bit of a bobble, and because of it, the defense able to come away with the pick.
Guys, we'll see what the plan is for this Northern Illinois offense. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they wanted. Now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit more.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. They're testing the right side here. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
At the 36-yard line. Third down coming up.
Line is set on third down. It's a draw. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker.
Keep the foot on the pedal if you're on offense here. You got that yardage. Yeah, you didn't get the first down, but you've set yourself up now to go for it here and keep this drive alive.
And on fourth down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. He's going to reach for a long one, a 52-yard attempt. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. They've converted every time on fourth down. 3 for 3 so far. They'll go for 4. Quickly to the tight end. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down. And the Huskies have it with a 1st and 10. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Touch pass on the right. He breaks a tackle. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, Northern Illinois 26, Bowling Green.
2nd down now as they're ready to go back to work. Pulls it and fires to the left. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
If you're going to get first downs against this defense, you're going to have to earn it. You're going to have to make people miss. This is an excellent tackling unit. You saw it on that last play.
He wants to throw it again. Trying to escape and get it himself. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Huskies. Boy, do they need that score. Gave them a little cushion as they try to put a stop to this 2-game slide.
That's a nice job by this offense. Nice job putting the drive together late. This might seal this football game. And nice response. It's nice to be home, isn't it? Come back to the home crowd after you've lost a couple games. Get some mojo going back in your way.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Bowling Green has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field to score some points.
Dang, I wish I'd have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
Here's the deal. You're down 3 possessions. You know, it doesn't feel likely they're going to come back and win, but we've seen crazier stuff happen in college football. It all starts with a big completion on a 2-minute drive. They'll get the momentum started in your direction.
Gets it out fast. Really nice job there by both guys, the throw and the catch, to work that defense and get the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to go up top on first down. He's going for a big play downfield. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. Got room on the return. And after the pick, everybody going the other way, and he crossed midfield and got it to the 47.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's passed, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
On the run, it's Edwards. At the 35, he's got room. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down.
The clock is my friend. If I can do this late in the ball game with a lead and I can continue to run the football and they have no answers, well, then I'm going to walk away with a win. So, listen, I wouldn't change a thing. I'd keep pounding the football and keep running the clock.
Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down.
I think most offenses around the country in a situation like this with the lead late would be trying to run the football, right, or throw it short and try to bleed the clock. But this offense, man, it's still pedal to the metal. They're looking for chunk play opportunities.
They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. Brought down after a pickup of 2 to the 19. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Running it to the right. Working his way and keeping those legs moving. Picks up 5 down to the 14. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Quick release on the RPO. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal. So close to cashing it in for this offense. He'll pull it on the read. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Yeah, you want to be physical. You want to assert yourselves. And now listen, I know this is a top 5 defense against the run in college football, but you got to believe you can do it and continue to stay balanced and run the football and be physical down here in the red zone.
He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on second down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And it's not a surprise who they gave the football to. When you get down in this area, they're going to call his name. The physical back, they're going to give him the football. They're going to use their identity of physicality and run game down here in the red zone.
All business today for this ball club. They come out and they get the win.
And that's all that matters. It's not always pretty. You don't always do everything you want to do or check all the boxes. But at the end of the game, Jesse, you want that W.
No doubt about it. They made the plays they needed to make in order to get this win. I thought the quarterback showed tremendous poise, good leadership throughout the course of the game. Defense made stops when they had to make them. So, right, there were some things that are going to need to clean up moving